Who cares?
From Mark Nixon posted this, major breaking, Mark Carney just shrugged and said, who cares about the U.S.? So he's asked about when's the last time he talked to Trump, and apparently he doesn't care. Let's listen to this, because he said some other things in the past, and we're going to get to them in a second. But
has Mr. Trump returned your calls, texts, or accepted your apology over the Ontario ad?
He accepted the apology when I spoke to him, and we've had discussions. I've been busy. There's another point, though. I've been busy. We passed a budget with that's going to catalyze $1 trillion of investment. We have launched new trade agreements.
This whole catalyzing thing, I don't think it means what he thinks it means. He keeps saying catalyzing over and over and over again. At some point, we're going to have him to just tell us what he thinks that means. But anyway,
we've secured new investment in the country of a size not seen arguably before. So we're busy. He's got other things to do, and we'll re-engage when it's appropriate. Who cares? I mean, who cares? I mean, it's a detail. It's a detail. I spoke to him. I'll speak to him again when it matters. I mean, the sort of comme j'ai dit.
And then he speaks in French. He does this every time. Every time he doesn't know what to say next. I think he's realized there he just screwed up, because he holds the Canadian people and actually the press as well in such contempt that he can't restrain it all of the time. And keep in mind, it's not like Pierre Poilievre where the media is constantly attacking him. No, they're just asking generally just softballs like, when's the last time you talked to Trump? Are you going to talk to Trump? That's pretty easy. Yeah, we're working on it. And, we're going through back channels and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Easy. Like the media is not a challenge for him. The media is his champion 99% of the time. But he says here, what does he say again?
We've secured new investment in the country of a size not seen arguably before.
Another thing, he secured new investment. Well, I guess he secured agreements to agree to meet to see if they agree in the future. And let's see, I don't know. There's stuff like, I guess we're going to sell, $747 more maple syrup to Tahiti. That sort of thing. We're going to double our 1% of our trade or 2% of our trade with Indonesia. Wow. Well, at least we have an agreement to meet to talk about that anyway. But anyway, let's continue.
So we're busy. He's got other things to do, and we'll re-engage when it's appropriate. Who cares? I mean, who cares?
Who cares? Who cares? It's not even a big deal. Didn't you know that? Are you stupid? You didn't even know that it's not even a big deal? Well, hold on a second. I'm sure he tells us about it.
In just 4 days, the United States will swear in Donald Trump as their 47th president, a man who threatens economic force on his closest, most steadfast allies, including Canada.
So it wasn't not a big deal then. It wasn't who cares then. So that's actually before the election. What's this one here? Let's see.
It's our strength that the Americans want. They want our resources. They want our water. They want our land. They want our...
So the Americans want our country. He wasn't saying who cares then. Maybe he was lying about thinking that. Obviously leading incredibly naive people down a thought trail of Trump is going to invade Canada. That was very much a narrative for stupid people, to trick stupid people into voting for him, because he would be the one who'd prevent Trump from invading Canada and stealing our land and water. Incredibly dumb. Let's see. What was he saying here? October 22nd. What's he saying here?
The U.S., as we all know, has fundamentally changed its approach to trade. It's raising its tariffs to levels last seen during the Great Depression. And the scale
or like the Canadian dairy industry. Last seen now. But let's continue.
The speed of these developments are not part of a smooth transition, They're a rupture. And they mean that our
A
economic
rupture. That doesn't sound like who cares. So somebody either doesn't know what they're doing or has been lying, I guess. I don't know. What does Pierre Poilievre have to say about this?
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister claimed during the last election that the U.S. tariffs were an existential crisis, and I quote, requiring that he immediately be elected to, quote, negotiate a win and get a deal by July 21st. Well, a few days ago, he was asked about the state of those negotiations, and he said there are no issues of importance to discuss. In fact, he said, who cares? Mr. Speaker, we care. We care about the workers who've lost their jobs and don't have paychecks to make their mortgage payments. Why doesn't he care?
The Honourable Governor.
Well, he already explained, Carney already explained, he's busy. He's busy. He's busy, doubling our trade with Bermuda or something.
A member for Calgary, Midnapore, questioning the Prime Minister's loyalty to Canada. I think we can all agree that those are comments that no Canadian can take seriously. My question is, does the Leader of the Opposition take them seriously?
Oh, so he's talking about Mark Carney's hundreds of conflicts of interest that everybody knows about. Oh, I see. Okay.
If he doesn't, which he must surely not, would he tell the House and would he tell his member to apologize for those comments?
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister already apologized to President Trump.
Yes,
It was one of the many areas where he backed down and capitulated after claiming that he would be elbows up. He promised he'd have a deal by July 21st. No deal. Promised to negotiate a win. No wins. Mr. Speaker, he promised elbows up. Elbows are gone. And now, when he's asked about the state of the talks, he says, who cares? Why should he care? Days after he met with the president, Brookfield got an $80 billion contract with the White House. Oh. Is that really what he cares about? Does he not care about the hardworking Canadians that are counting on him to keep his promise?
I think that's what he cares about. My vote is Mark Carney cares about enriching himself and improving his position post-politics.
who cares?
Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.